You are tuned into a special episode of Fight Night Chicago podcast. This is a special edition. We are at Rick Ramos Boxing Gym, 600 West Cermak in Chicago, Illinois. And also, don't forget, we are sponsored by Village Roadhouse. Again, my name is Z.
I'm Marco, everybody.
And Marco, we got a special guest today. I want to have Marco introduce our special guest coming in today from the Rick Ramos Boxing Gym. So Marco, go ahead.
Yeah, well, first of all, shout out Rick's, man. They invited us out to their sparring session.
Shout out Rick.
Private sparring session, man. We got like 2-second clips, 3-second clips.
Yeah.
You know, we see sort of how his coaching style is, and I think there's another gym in here too. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But without further ado, man, our first guest today, we got Mariano Sandoval. He is a 2025 National Silver Glove State and Regional Champion, undefeated record of 14-1. Welcome, man. Welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me on here.
Man,
Of course, dude. It's always great to see a young fighter come up. And how old are you again?
I'm 17.
17, bro. Jesus Christ, I'm old.
Yeah. Man, me too.
Oh my God, dude. 14-1 record at 17.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Sir.
That's ridiculous.
Dude,
Well, congratulations
that's
on
insane.
that.
Thank you very much. A lot of hard work.
No, we saw. We got some clicks back there. We'll throw some stuff up there. Let him know. Well, he got power, man.
Yeah.
He got power. I think you did 5 rounds.
I did 5, and then I came out. I did another 3, and I came out again. I was just working back and forth.
Man, that's a whole fight.
That is a whole fight, and he's young. He can do it. He can do it.
Oh man, give me 2 rounds, and I wanna go home.
I'm passing out water. I'm straight. I'm passing out water.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So to start off, where you from?
I'm from Bridgeport.
Oh man, that's where I used to live at.
It's right over here.
Yeah.
It's like 5 minutes away.
Yeah, you've been Bridgeport your whole life.
Whole life. Born and raised.
Okay.
You Southside fan? Sox fan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shit.
Come on. hey. I saw you blur out the Sox cap the other day on the YouTube clip. What's that all about, man?
I didn't do that. That was part of the video.
I was gonna bring it up. But you know what? I'm gonna call him out right now, man.
I meant to leave it in there. My bad. What school did you go to?
I go to Mount Carmel.
Oh man, they just had a boxing match there.
Yeah, I'm a senior still.
Okay. Oh man, that's crazy.
Dude, high schooler.
Yeah.
14-1 record.
That's crazy.
State and regional champion. Dude, I'm gonna get a signature real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a signature.
Fire. That's fire. That's fire. Go ahead.
Can you describe your first fight, man? How was that? How was it feeling?
So my first fight was actually on my birthday. So it was on my 16th birthday.
Damn.
And it was my first one. It was a tournament. It was the Junior Olympics for state. And I fought a kid with 10 fights. And it was my first fight.
Damn.
Dude, how was that feeling going in there? You know, did everybody else know it was your birthday? You know, like how was that? I
mean, my coaches knew it was my birthday, but I was going in there. I was confident because I train hard, so I get confident in my training. But I was a little nervous. It was my first one.
Yeah.
And it was a tournament. So
how do you feel now with a bunch of fights under your belt and stuff like that? Are those nerves still there?
Yeah. I mean, there's always a little nerves, but I feel great. I mean, I train hard. I train almost 2 times a day, every day. I got good coaches. I got Rick Ramos and Jessica McCaskill.
Yeah.
Oh, you got pros.
Yeah. You got some good coaches right there.
They really helped me out.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more of your coaches then. Tell us about that coaching style. Tell us about how you met them. Anything you want to tell us now.
So my dad's actually best friends with Rick. So I grew up with Rick. I threw my first punch with Rick.
Dude.
So I never switched up.
Yeah.
So me and Rick got a good relationship. And his wife, Jessica McCaskill, she's my strength and conditioning coach, and she helps me out a lot. And she knows the game. She's an undisputed world champion.
Oh yeah. We know a thing about her. About her, man.
I was watching the highlights the other day. Dude,
I was, we study up a little bit to make sure we, can interview properly, and I was looking at her record, and dude, WWWW, crazy, crazy. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so I know you have a fight coming up. What's the next fight date?
May 15th.
May 15th. You know who you're fighting or where it's going to be at?
Nah, yeah, it don't matter.
Okay.
No, it don't matter. He said,
it don't matter. Bring the smoke.
He said
it all.
W number 15 coming right up.
Yeah, it's around the corner. And then, so with the fight coming up, have you started? Well, we'll see you here sparring, but have you started the dieting, the training, the working out, and stuff like that by any chance?
So I train all year round, so I don't really take breaks a lot. Rick's big on 7 days a week, so we never get out of shape. We're always in shape. We're always ready for sparring. Because when these gyms come in, we're always ready to work. So I'm always ready.
So you got a 7-day-a-week training session?
Yeah.
How's that?
Almost 2 times a day.
Yeah. How's that going? Like, did it take some time to adjust? Did you like it right away? Did you I'm assuming some days have to be lighter than others. You got to get a little bit of rest in somewhere.
I mean, with this sport, it's rough. So you gotta come in. You gotta make sure you're ready to fight.
Yeah.
So I adjusted fine because I knew what I want. Like I want to win. I don't want to lose. So.
Oh, you could tell that you got the mindset for it.
You could tell strong too.
Dude, What do you remember the most out of being in the ring? Let's say maybe one of your favorite fights, something like that. Is there a moment that you just remember? Whenever you close your eyes, maybe you picture it, in front of you.
It was like the first time sparring with pros.
Okay.
I was like, there was levels to this game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. When I got in there, I got whooped, and I was like, I need to be with these people.
Yeah.
Like that's where I need to be.
Is that who you train with regularly now? Train with pros, man?
Eddie Olivarez.
Yeah.
You want to shout out any other guys you work with, anything like that?
Just my team, my whole team in general.
Yeah.
They push me every day. Everybody wakes up for the 4:45 workout, so I don't never do workouts alone. So everybody's working. Everybody got their own goals. So it's a good team to be around. It's a good atmosphere.
The energy in here is nice.
And everybody look like they get along too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You could tell. I mean, sparring is usually a serious day, but they're in there. They got some live music and lively music, not live music. That'd be crazy. But they got good energy. They got different coaches on there and different angles and things like that. You could tell. You could tell they know what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
You could tell they know what they're doing. They've been around the city for a long time too. Rick's been pretty highlighted across the whole city, things like that.
A lot.
Over here, if you ever come to visit Rick's, I would say come in from the farthest wall because there's like a collage of pictures and stuff like that. He got pictures.
Legends.
De La Hoya, Cesar Chavez, Lomachenko, Mayweather.
Had a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously McCaskill.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's a lot of legends on there. I like that wall a lot. So can you tell us really quick? Are you the only child?
No, I have a little sister.
You have a little sister?
Yeah.
She look up to you by any chance? She come to your fights?
A little bit. She don't like coming to my fights. She don't like me when I get hit. But I call her right after my fights. I'll call her right away.
Yeah. And how was that growing up and like your dad being friends with Rick? How was that like growing up? Like how was that? Was it something you always wanted to do? Was boxing your first choice?
No, I played hockey. I only started boxing like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. You started boxing in the hockey ring, I bet.
Yeah. That's when I knew I was kind of good at it.
Yeah, you could put them both together basically. You can do it all together. And then I see you're currently looking for additional sponsorship. That's something you're looking for?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, anyone you're looking at particular? Anyone you want to kind of call out to kind of bring some note to? Anything like that?
No. If you want to sponsor a kid from Bridgeport, Chicago, let me know.
Yeah,
dude.
We could probably do something with
we got a lot of Bridgeport companies, startups, coffee shops, a lot of small businesses that.
Of course.
I mean, they wanna support the community, man. That's what Fight Night Chicago is all about, man. We wanna highlight all the fighters in the city.
Yeah.
We're talking. It doesn't matter where you guys are from. We're talking Sam's Gym. We're talking Undisputed. We're talking Rick Ramos. We're talking and just like Rick did. Rick hit us up. Rick invited us out to come to spar. Any other gym want us to come through? We'll set up shop. We'll introduce your fighters. We'll get you guys in front of the camera and let you guys share your story.
For sure.
Dude, this guy 17, 14-1. Dude, who wouldn't want to sponsor him?
That's the thing. A lot of people should be wanting to sponsor this kid. He's young, got a bright future. 14-1 and 17 is crazy.
Dude. And then he's going to school still.
Yeah, still going to school.
Waking up and going to high school?
Yeah,
dude,
still going to school.
When I was 17, I was not doing this stuff.
Nah, I was not either. I was riding bike, playing ball, doing stuff like that. Just a quick question, so we'll get into it. We have a big fight weekend coming up. Stick with the Mayo weekend. We got Ryan Garcia, Rolly, Devin Haney, Teofimo. Then you got Canelo, you got Inoue. Which fight you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the Garcia fight.
Yeah.
I think Rolly don't got that much skill, but he's athletic.
He's athletic. He's a naturally athletic. Naturally athletic.
And those people are dangerous.
I just think his chin, man. He got dropped after he got dropped. It's still questionable now.
Yeah.
Is Ryan your favorite fighter?
No, Caleb Plant's my favorite fighter.
Dude, that's a good pick. That's a great pick, dude.
Caleb Plant's my
guy
too.
After that Canelo Plant fight, dude, I got a Plant shirt now.
Yeah.
Man, that guy is
inside the ring, outside the ring. I like Caleb Plant's whole swagger.
It's class,
dude, class guy. His story is insane.
Yeah.
His journey to the belt is insane, and it just like he's a great pick.
Yeah.
Honestly, a great pick. I'm looking forward to his next fight. Hopefully, it gets announced soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know he's fighting next. I think
late May.
Yeah, I think Charlo's on his card too, if I'm not mistaken.
It's confirmed?
Yeah.
Dude, am I behind on news? Oh my God, we're gonna edit this out, man.
Yeah,
I'm not
confirmed. Yeah, it's confirmed. I'll put it up there, but yeah, it's confirmed for sure. I'm looking forward to that fight. Just two additional questions. We do want to ask, what's your favorite boxing movie?
My favorite boxing movie?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Rocky.
Rocky?
I hate that movie.
Dude, why do you hate Rocky?
Because first they made too many of them. One. My pick is Southpaw. I'm picking Southpaw. That's
a good one.
That's a good movie. Good one. It was a great cast, great storyline. That's my favorite. I think they made too many Rockies and they made too many Creeds.
The third one was a little too much.
Yeah.
The third one.
You know what? I'll agree. The Creed 3 was a little. But I mean, you're gonna cash in on Michael B. Jordan, though.
Yeah.
He is a star, and there's trilogies for a reason. I think there's gonna be a fourth one for sure.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a fourth one for sure. And with the Rocky series, I think it's like the main reason that Rocky is so huge is because it's set up for the future of all boxing movies, future of all combat sports movies, and I think that's what's important.
Yeah, they may do another Rocky movie like recent with maybe like a good actor. I can see somebody playing him real good in that movie, possibly. I can see that for sure.
But dude, I first of all, I want to thank you for jumping on with us. I want to thank you for inviting us. I'm definitely gonna be following your career. We're gonna be following your career.
Of course.
We'll highlight whatever we can. You could always DM us anything you want us to give a shout out for, any flyers or anything like that. We'll share them. Fight Night Chicago podcast, highlighting all the young talent in the city, man. All the young talent. We want to make sure we get everybody well known, man, because the boxing's growing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you grew up around boxing your whole life. It's it seems like, so you were really into it. But some people, they had no idea that how big and huge it was in the city, and I feel like it's getting highlighted a lot more now.
For sure. And tell anybody where they can follow you at Instagram wise, and then we know you got a fight coming up May 15th. We'll for sure share that. So where can they follow you at?
You guys can follow me msandoval2118 on Instagram. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Dude.
I'm sure this won't be the last time we have you either, man.
No.
Sure.
Well, you're welcome to join us at any time too. Dude, talent, man. Talent. That's pretty crazy.
Talent. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Follow Mariano. Follow Marco. Follow me on Instagram. Follow everyone on Instagram. Everything's gonna be down below. See you guys next time. We got more interviews coming up.
Yes,
so don't
sir.
go away, so.
There's got 3, 4, 5. All right, man. Back here. Fight Night Chicago podcast. Like we said, we're at Rick's today. They did some sparring. We saw a lot of great fighters. One of these right here with us, man. Eddie Olivarez, 5-0, 2019-2023 Golden Glove champion. Dude, thank you for coming.
Nah, thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming on, man. So I know you just fought recently at the Hard Rock Casino with the Bobby Hitz event.
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh man, it was great. It was a great experience. First fight away from home, staying away from home. So I stayed at a hotel. It was different. I'm glad I got to experience that, and the event turned out dope, man. It was a big event. So.
Dude, how is that when you're not at home anymore? You're staying somewhere else. So you get more jitters. You felt like a little more anxious or what?
Yeah, it was my first time, so I did have a little jitters. Not sleeping in my bed, not waking up what I'm used to. Not being around my kids. So it was a little different, but I'm glad I got to experience it because I know, it's coming. It's coming. Big events like that is gonna come, and I'm gonna have to stay out of town.
They have been coming, man. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been all Bobby Hitz recently for you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, working with a guy like Bobby Hitz is pretty big. It's pretty big. Obviously shout out your coach, shout out your management.
Yeah, shout out Rick Ramos, my manager. He's getting me on all those shows and putting me in the best situations. So,
dude, we're trying to visit some Bobby Hitz events coming up soon. Hopefully,
I know
hopefully
he has
get
a few more coming up. I know you're gonna have a few on there. How was the event? How was it leading up to it? How was the training? How was the diet? How was that?
Oh man, everything was great. I got Jessica McCaskill, my former teammate, doing my strength and conditioning now, so I felt good. I felt strong, and diet was good. Making weight is easy for me always. So. Yeah, I mean the event was dope. I really enjoyed it. It was a great experience.
So, how many years did you work with her before she ended up retiring?
This is probably I'm going on my 3rd year now with Rick. So I sparred with her probably for her last few fights. And that was a great experience as well. Getting in there with a world champion.
Right. How was that transition when obviously teammates to now she's part of your camp?
I mean, I think it just came natural because just being around her, training with her, and then now I trust her and her workouts.
Right.
She wouldn't lead us down the wrong way. So it just came natural.
I mean, it's pretty. Not a lot of people could say that they're working with like people at that level. People like world champions.
For sure.
Management that's been in the business for a long time. Definitely know what direction to take you. And 5-0, young fighter. There's a bright future for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Bright future for sure. Talk to us a little bit more about training with Rick. How is it training with him and his team and all that stuff?
Oh man, it's great. I mean, I came over here because I knew that this would take me to the next level, and I knew that the discipline and the consistency and the sparring and the early mornings, I needed that to become the fighter that I am now, and moving forward, you know, I know it's gonna pay off for sure.
So 3 years here specifically. I'm assuming you came from another gym or something like that.
Yeah, before that it was just like me and my dad just doing whatever, not really structured, just, you know.
Okay.
So I'm glad the move here really helped for sure.
So you train with your dad often still or no?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How's that dynamic?
Oh man, it's dope because we learn a lot from here, and then we take what we learn from here and try to implement it on our kids at our gym in Cicero. We have a gym in Cicero called Clyde Boxing.
Okay.
And you know, all the kids look up to me there, and it's dope. Taking what I learned from here and trying to show them the way too. So
that's pretty cool. The whole son father.
Yeah, for sure. Are you only child?
Nah. I got 2 brothers and 2 sisters, so.
Oh yeah, you the
like
oldest or?
Nah, I'm the middle child.
The middle child,
right in the middle. Yeah.
They fight as well? Or?
Nah, my older brother boxed for a little bit, but he didn't really do anything with it. So, yeah.
Was your dad big into boxing beforehand, or was it when he found out that you had a lot of love for it, or how was that?
He was a big boxing fan, but he never boxed or anything.
No.
So yeah, for sure.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
sort of because obviously, I can already see it now. Like, how old were you when you started?
12.
12. I can see it now.
How old are you now?
23.
Okay. So you've been fighting for a while now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of experience.
Yeah,
but being a 12-year-old falling in love with the sport, and then your dad seeing that fire under you, and then he pushed you. So what is that? 12 to 28 years working with him?
Like maybe 11 years.
11 years, and then. How was it working with your dad in terms of like, did he set you up with the gloves? Did he do anything like that, or was it just mainly training at home?
No, I mean, we've always been at that gym in Cicero. Before it was run by different people, but he was always with me. He was always by my side. So, he came through this journey with me, and he knew this was the right move for us as well, moving to Rick's, and him letting Rick guide me and lead me now.
So what's next for you? What you got coming up next? I know you probably got something coming up, maybe not official date or name yet, but what's around that time?
Yeah, it's looking like mid-July. I don't know, July 19th or July 26th. So, I'm looking forward to that. We got like 12 weeks. Okay. 12 weeks from yesterday. I'm always counting down,
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back. So, yeah, it's 12 weeks.
Dude, that's going to be, whenever the announcement comes out, we'll make sure we share it. We'll make sure we'll show everybody as much, get to the city. The whole point of all this is we want to highlight all the fighters in the city. We're obviously we've highlighted some fighters before, and now we're here at Rick's, and we saw some great work, man. We saw some great work, great young talent, yourself included, and I think it's great for the city, it's great for the sport, and it's great for the future of boxing.
Looking at 6-0, I know you're gonna be 6-0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't wait.
I got 2 off the grid questions here. One question is your favorite boxing movie.
Favorite boxing movie?
Yeah.
Creed 3. Jessica's in it.
We just talked about
that.
Dude,
that's his least favorite one. Why is it your favorite one?
Jessica's in it. Okay. It gotta be my favorite movie.
Okay, that's a win. That's a win. I just told Mariano that my favorite is Southpaw.
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 No, I never watched that one.
That was a good movie.
I don't really like boxing movies.
Yeah, no. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Why don't you like them?
It's phony.
Phony?
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, there's Jake Gyllenhaal takes those trainings seriously though. Yeah. You gotta put some little like the amount of work that he puts in and the cuts. I think for the UFC movie that he did, he got
Roadhouse
ripped, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, crazy. So it's pretty impressive when you see some people like that definitely, they're not boxers, they're not fighters, and they take a little bit seriously. And I would say Jake Gyllenhaal is definitely one that I respect in terms of like doing all that work.
If you watch Southpaw, the storyline is great. Jake Gyllenhaal's in there, 50 Cent is in there. You got Forrest Whitaker. You got a really good cast, and the storyline is great. So
I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out.
Yeah. And then the next question I got for you is then we got a big boxing weekend coming up. Cinco de Mayo weekend. Canelo's fighting. Garcia's fighting. Inoue coming back to the U.S. What fight are you looking forward to?
I mean, they're all great fights. I'm probably looking forward to Ryan's return.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are looking forward to that. I mean, he was out for a whole year.
Yeah.
Right? Would you say he's your favorite fighter or?
Nah, I think my favorite fighter right now got to be Tank. The excitement. The excitement.
What do you think about that last fight?
He lost.
Tough. I mean, I don't know, that Roach came in good,
came
man.
in ready.
He came in his shape, and he was taking Tank's biggest punches like they were nothing. So
there's some. First of all, I'm a big Tank fan. After that, I became a Roach fan.
I became a Roach fan too.
He came in and it was an opportunity of a lifetime, because arguably Tank was cherry picking.
He was.
He was looking around. There's bigger names that he could have fought, and he decided not to do that. He took
but they
this
were
road.
friends too. I don't think he didn't. I think he wanted to like highlight him as well too. But it was a great fight.
Yeah, there was definitely a little bit of that in there too. So we were talking about it after, like, man, you think they, had a handshake deal, like, you know. So
They was good. I don't think Tank expected him to come out like that. But I think like he got his respect, and so if the rematch does happen in July, for what I'm hearing, I think Tank gonna take him more serious this time though.
You think Tank gets a finish?
I think he'll be locked in.
Yeah?
And, for sure. I think he'll take it. Yeah.
I think I would love to see 12 round war with Tank and the W, just to highlight Roach a little bit more.
I would like to see a knockout.
You like to see a knockout?
I want to get over with quick. Like,
that's what everybody wants to see, the knockouts, excitement.
If you go all 12, it's like one of those, it may end up in a draw or something else again.
But
like, get it done early.
Shakur's up next for Tank, regardless. Whatever happens, regardless. Because I don't think he's going to lose, first of all.
The rumor is he's fighting Jake Paul in November, the way Eddie Hearn just said.
I don't know what do you think about that stuff?
Wait, who? Tank?
Eddie Hearn was talking about that.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, anything's possible with that money.
How do you feel about Jake Paul right now? How do you feel about him, his MVP promotion, everything?
I mean, I like what he's doing, signing all the, the boxers and putting them on the shows and highlighting their careers, giving them boosts. So that's dope. I mean, I don't like the people that he's fighting. I think he should fight a real boxer and maybe, but
Eddie called you out.
I call who out?
You called Jake out.
Oh, yeah.
I think you can take him, though. You got him.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I just got him. No, but I agree.
Tell him something right now, man. Tell him something right now.
Give me on one of those cars.
Yeah. No,
hit up Rick.
I agree. I agree what you said, though. On a serious note, I do agree what you said. I like what he's doing for the sport, bringing light to it, bringing the women out, signing great fighters. But I think if he wants to just be a promoter, do that and stop putting on these gimmick fights and fight. If he want to fight a real boxer, do that. If we be a promoter, do that. You do a great job of promotion. I feel like he should do that.
I think eventually he will. I mean, not now, but eventually he'll have no choice because everybody's gonna be like, "Yo, it's time."
He's cashing in the money right now. He's making a bunch of money right now, and then once that formula stops, I could see that MVP promotion taking it a little more seriously in terms of folding it into the whole boxing community. I mean, it already is, right? Yeah. I'm a big believer that he's bringing a lot of light to the sport. The YouTube boxers. What do you think about YouTube boxers?
I mean, it was hot at first, but it died down a lot. So I mean, I think everybody already fought each other. So it's cool. I mean, they want to bring attention to the sport. So that's dope. But
I appreciate that side of it, where they're working and highlighting a lot of the fighters. I'm a strong believer that there's no real running in the boxing because you're in the ring. It's up to the other guy to set up the traps. It's up to the other guy to cut the corners and stuff like that. So definitely I appreciate that side of it all with the whole YouTube boxing and stuff like that. Because I think boxing is as hot as it's ever been right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So. Anything else you wanna shout out? Any trainers? Anybody else you wanna give a shout out to?
I mean, shout out Rick Ramos, shout out Jessica McCaskill, shout out my dad Nick, shout out Clyde Boxing, Rick Ramos Boxing. We coming, all of us coming.
I see it. And where can they follow you on Instagram?
You can follow me on Eddie Olivarez on Instagram and Eno Olivares on Facebook.
All right, gotcha. We got another great interview coming up. We got Lucas coming in next. See you guys next time. All right.
Boxing Gym, sparring session. A lot of great rounds. Saw a lot of great rounds today. Shout out Rick. He introduced us to a lot of people. And right now we're with another great fighter. We're here with Lethal Lucas Moldenhauer.
Lucas, so you are 9-0.
Yes.
And you did not do Golden Gloves. Can you tell us why?
So COVID hit, and then I also had surgery too 1 year. So I tore my labrum, and then 2 weeks after the surgery, I tore my bicep. So I was out for like a long recovery. So yeah, I just never got around to it, and then we ended up turning pro. We had some more show fights, and then went pro.
How was that recovery period, man? This seems intense.
Yeah, it was tough, kind of like just because like everyone's working and you're not, you can't, so that was kind of tough. That was definitely tough, but just pushed through it, and then PT, physical therapy, did that, and then got back to it.
Was there ever any point where you felt like, man, like just forget it, like because the injury kept coming, or was it just like, I'm gonna keep going?
No, yeah, but kind of been doing it since I've been doing it since I was 11, so it's always been in my, had been in the gym like every day since I was younger, so it's always something I look forward to and wanted to stick with for sure.
How old are you, by the way, man?
I'm 21.
21? 9-0 record. That's active.
It is. That's real good.
Very, very active, man. So where are you from, man?
I'm from St. Charles.
St. Charles?
Yeah, we moved like all over. So I was born in Chicago, but we only were there for like 2 years. Then we moved to North Carolina, Kansas, and then my mom wanted to move back over here, so now we moved to St. Charles.
You like it? You like it out there, or you like the city more? What do you like?
No, I like more of the country for sure.
More of the country?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Illinois, outside of Chicago, it's nice. It's nice.
It is.
You know?
Yeah, suburbs. So
Yeah, I've been to St. Charles a few times actually. I like it a lot.
But so it sounds like they keep you active, man.
Yeah.
9-0
for sure.
How many times a year would you say you fight?
We tried our first year to get 5. We ended up getting 4. We're just trying to get as many fights as we can. Pat, my coach, Pat White, he always he's big on learning inside the ring. So just adapting, and that's where you like learn the most. So just staying busy.
And then you being 9-0 and being so active, how was it staying in shape, eating right, you know, making sure everything is good, just in case those fights do come up? How's that?
Yeah, it's been good. Kind of like, you know, all of us, Lane, I train with Lane. Eddie, same thing. We're always training. We're never kind of like in camp. We're always in camp, I guess I'd say. So we never like have a camp. So you know, it's just been consistent. Yeah, eating right, training all the time. We never really get breaks. So
is there a moment that you remember vividly, like when you were in the ring? Is there like a memory specific, like when let's say you know you heard the 4th round start, something like that? Is there something that you sort of remember whenever you're training or anything like that?
No, just keep working, I guess.
Keep working?
Yeah, keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah.
And how was that Bobby Hicks card? Tell us how did that come about?
It was great. We ended up getting the guy out in the 1st round.
Early stoppage.
Yeah, I got him with a body shot. We've been working on that, but no, we expected like to go a lot longer. He's a tough guy, but I came out and I saw his like elbows go in, like he was blocking with his elbows in, so his liver was wide open. So I took that.
So, what kind of boxing style would you say you traditionally have?
I'm definitely a pressure fighter.
Pressure fighter?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
So you like to end them early?
Who?
You like to end the fights early?
Oh yeah, definitely. Just keep pressure on them for sure.
Who's one of your favorite fighters right now?
I like watching Miguel Cotto, Julio Cesar Chavez. Those guys. I'd say Ike Corte. I've been watching him.
Any more of the recent guys you like to follow, or are you big on like the old school?
I like old school just because Pat, you know, always sent me, you know, fights to watch. But no, I like new guys too. I like Benavidez, of course. I like Virgil Ortiz.
Okay.
Dude, so you brought up your trainer, Pat White. Tell us about working with him. Tell us about him.
I've been working with him since I was 11. I started like at a CrossFit gym, like right next door. He kind of shared a gym. So I actually went to him for like football, like off-season football when I was younger. And then they had a CrossFit gym. I was a chunky kid, so I was working out over there trying to lose weight. And then Pat always invite me over, like just, you know, take class or whatever. And I just kind of stuck with it and never left. But yeah, I've been with them since the start.
And how did you meet Rick? How did that come about?
Through Pat. You know, he brought me over for sparring for Jessica when I was a lot younger. And then when I came back before I went pro, me and Eddie were sparring. So yeah, just through Pat.
So you've been working with them for a while, Rick for a while?
Yeah, for sure.
How's that being trained by Pat, but you're signed with Rick, right?
Yep.
How's the signing process? Can you tell us a little about that? Give people a little bit of insight how that works. And things.
I think Rick definitely wants to make sure you're serious about it, so he doesn't just, you know, sign anybody. So it's good, you know, it's nice like that he knows, you know, I'm serious about it. And sign me. So, you know, I see him every Sunday, every week. So
that's pretty cool. It seems like the sparring sessions are pretty intense, man. Where we'll drop small little clips out here and there, but man, I was right next to the ring, dude. I felt those shots.
Man, they was coming really strong. One thing I say about the people here in this gym, you all like each other too. Like you guys like a family, so you guys kind of get along real good.
Didn't look like it.
So of course they got to keep it together in the gym. But no, it's like they get along really well.
For sure.
You guys have a great connection with everybody here. Like Rick takes good care of you guys here.
Definitely.
So I can see that.
Yeah, we were able to see a little bit of the introduction speech that Rick did in the beginning. Does he do that normally when you guys?
You know, if there's something he wants to talk about, definitely. He'll bring it up for sure.
You can definitely tell that there's a really good dynamic in here. You know, the way that's structured and set up. You know, everybody wants to. It seems like everybody wants to learn off of each other.
Yep. Help help each other out for sure.
So like the message more like respect yourself. Kind of what the message was. We won't get into detail, but yeah, respect yourself for sure.
For sure.
We do have a big boxing weekend coming up, 6th de Mayo. Which fight you looking forward to?
I want to see Ryan for sure.
Everybody.
Yeah, I just want to see how he is. You know, he's different. Like, you know, he was acting so crazy last time. So it'd be interesting to see how he does.
I think it's crazy that he was putting up like a show when he was acting like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It went deep, man. He was bringing up some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And like when he drank the beer at the weigh-in, I mean, he said it was apple juice or whatever, but that's crazy.
He was selling the fight. He did a good job of selling the fight.
For sure.
He fooled a lot of us because I thought he was going to lose.
Oh, dude, I knew it was gonna be a good fight, but the beat down, man, insane. That
he beat him so bad he sued.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
I know.
He got his O back, I guess.
Yeah,
oh my god,
that's all he brags about.
Dude,
I got the O back.
did you watch any of the conversations leading up to the fight?
Oh no,
dude, Devin Haney is all he said was like, but I'm undefeated, and it's like, bro, you sued. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he definitely pulled a wild card with that one. And then, with you being so active, how do you feel about the current boxers now not being so active? We talk about people like Teofimo Lopez or like the Charlo twins, like not being so active. How do you feel about that? And would you, if you were like pro like at that level, would you fight more?
Yeah, I definitely would want to fight more. I think everyone has their own situation, but like you look back at the old time fighters, they're always busy, and you saw how great they are. So so I definitely want to be active.
There's a couple people that's like Jaime Munguia. He stays active, man. He stays active, and to his own detriment, man. I think his coaches could have pulled him from one more fights for that year, because I think that knockout was unnecessary that happened to him.
For sure.
I'm hoping he fights on this weekend also, I believe. So I wanna make sure he gets that W back. I'm a big fan of his and his work ethic, right? That's sort of what you said, and it's important that you're surrounded by the proper team that know when to push that and when to pull back. Has that happened with your team? Have they said, you know what, we gotta slow down a little bit more instead of
no, we kind of just I don't know, we keep everything consistent. So but they know what to do,
obviously,
what not to do. So
no, it sounds like you want to stay very active and continue going. And like you said, what is it, June possibility?
July 19th.
July. That's around the corner.
It's
around the corner. I could have swore it was a New Year like last week, man.
He just fought in the Bobby hits, and like what he was saying too about every fighter having a situation about being active. I think some fighters like to get paid, but then some people like to fight. Like you look at you watch Abdullah Mason. Like he fights like every 2 weeks almost. He's always active. He stays active. But some people want to fight, but then some people just want to get paid. That's why you take a long time off too. So it's something like that. But I see you doing great work. You did really great in the ring in there. Everybody did great today.
Thank you.
I saw the Bobby Hits highlights. You did really good there too. So what is going to be next for you, like in general, like the next upcoming? I know you said July, but then when you want to go after that?
As soon as possible, but hopefully July get a state title, fight for a state title. So that'd be nice, and then whatever that opens up, take that.
Okay.
Dude, 9-0, gonna be 10-0 soon.
Yeah. Sure.
Great work ethic from you, man.
Thank you.
Definitely know what you're doing in there. Shout out your coach Pat. Shout out Rick. They're setting you guys up for success over here. You can tell that it's very serious when you guys come over here. You can tell that everyone's working hard and because they want to push each other and they want to get to that next step.
Everybody want to be great.
Everybody wants to be great here. You could sort of tell. You could tell. You keep surrounding yourself with people like that. You're gonna do great things, man. I could definitely see that.
For sure. And then I got one question for you. Then we'll get up out of here. Last question is your favorite boxing movie.
Raging Bull with Jake LaMotta, or about Jake LaMotta.
It's a good movie.
You seen it? I actually haven't seen it, so I gotta
seen
watch
it, but I heard it's good, so I gotta double check it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably what I watch
watch
today.
it. Go home, watch it.
I will.
Pat put me on, so.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys gotta watch it.
Yeah, I'll give
Let
it a
me know.
watch, man. I thought he was gonna say Creed 3 or what's it called? $1 Million Baby. No one's talking about $1 Million Baby.
Nobody said $1 Million Baby.
That's a good one, too.
That's a good movie. Then you got the Rocky movies, of course.
Rocky.
You got a lot of good movies. What's your favorite boxing movie?
Probably the Raging Bull.
Okay.
Raging Bull. All right, we gotta give it a watch.
I gotta give it a
Yeah,
watch.
got it.
Yep.
I'm biased on Southpaw, so that's my favorite. It's a good movie.
That's a good movie too. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Anything else anyone you wanna shout out? Anything you wanna
shout
highlight?
Out Pat White, Tri-City Boxing. All the people I work with: Lane Hanlon, Eddie Olivarez, Mariano Sandoval. Just a great team.
And we interviewed all those fighters as well. They're
Yes, sir.
They're great fighters, all young, all strong,
Hungry.
all hungry. Yes,
Yep.
all hungry. So the word right in my mouth. Where can they follow you at on Instagram?
Lucas M929 on Instagram and Facebook.
All right, we'll make sure we add that.
Yep.
And thanks for coming on, man. We
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yep,
guys.
shout out everybody. Shout out everybody that came on. Shout out Eddie. Shout out Lethal Lucas. I like that nickname a lot.
Yeah, it's a
good name.
Mariano. Shout out to Rick. Shout out to his wife Jessica. Shout out everyone here at Rick Ramos
Yes, sir.
Boxing Gym.
And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Fight Night Chicago podcast. We will keep you updated with boxing news, MMA news, Chicago-based boxing, Chicago-based MMA, everything we want. We love the sport. We love to meet new people, and we want to shine some light on these fighters, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You guys are working hard. and you guys are gonna go do great things.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Lucas, for coming
Thank
on.
you, guys.
See you
Thank
guys
you.
next time. Peace
Take
out.
care.
Thank you.